Hello and welcome to SketchQuest. We here at TYG have collected some of the most talented artists within our reach to create this series as we work towards improving our artistic skills. Come join us and begin your journey today. Your legend starts here. But before we can paint for the gods, it's time to start with some basics. And don't worry if you're only just starting out, because I'll be learning alongside you. And remember, if you want to share your creations with us, use the hashtag SketchQuest. Let's see what today's quest is, shall we? We are back with J.L.P. today, who is our wonderful VTuber artist extraordinaire, is back to give us another quest. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have you on our show. What quest are you going to be giving us today?
So today I'm going to be showing you how to form artwork with basic 2D shapes.
Ooh.
Yeah. So mainly we're going to be looking into 3 basic shapes today. The circle, square, and triangle. And I'm going to be showing you how you can use these shapes in your work to really improve the edges and like contrast and shadows in your work.
Ooh.
Okay, so in Photoshop, there are quite an easy way to be able to draw circles and squares, and I'm going to be showing you just a little tip on how to draw triangles as well, so that you don't have to draw them freehand. So in Photoshop, there are 2 tools that we can use to draw circles and squares, and they're also in Clip Studio Paint as well. So they're going to be looking like this here, and these are the ones in Photoshop, and then this is the one in Clip Studio Paint. So the main tools we're going to be using is the rectangle tool and the ellipse tool. And then in Clip Studio Paint, it looks like the rectangle there and the ellipse there. So we're going to be using the rectangle here to draw out a rectangle, and we can use the paint bucket to easily fill it. And that's just a really quick way to be able to draw a square. Wait, does it work in Clip Studio Paint?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I was on the wrong layer.
No, it's fine.
Make sure you are on the correct layer before you try to use the paint bucket.
That really helps, yeah.
I was confusion.
And then we can also select the ellipse and do a circle like that and fill it as well. So there you can use shift to make a perfect circle. Like so.
I don't know what shape I'm making, but I'm making it.
That's good, because that's part of the exercise that I will be giving you today, is to learn how to create shapes out of more shapes.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we can see here that shapes are really important in displaying communication and language in artwork. A really simple way that they're done is in like road signs. So you can see here that you know that this means that there's like a parent and a child, because they've used a circle for the head, a rectangle for the body. You can like really dissect these shapes. And another way they're commonly used is in bathroom signs. So we can see that we use triangles to display like feminine or like women forms, and squares to display masculine forms. And if you break them down, you can see the heads are just circles and the rest are just kind of squares. Or like rectangles.
Yeah, like a cone on the end. A
Yeah.
circle on the end even.
So they still use our basic shapes of like the circle, the triangle, and the square. Now, a way of creating triangles is sometimes more complicated, but I found just that works for me is to create a rectangle. Maybe that perfect rectangle. You can, oh gosh, there we go. I'll do that again. So if a way I found works for me is to create a perfect rectangle, fill it in, and to cut it in half. So you can use like a transform tool to rotate shapes and make them like larger and bigger. On Photoshop it is Control T, and I will just tend to move my shapes like that and then kind of split them in half and remove the bottom. I'm sure there's a lot easier ways to do this, however that's just the way I tend to do it. And then we have a triangle.
Yay!
I'm sure there has to be an easier way of doing it though. So my exercise of today that I'm gonna give you is to use the circle, square, and triangle to try and make like objects with it, like recognizable objects, so that we can like be able to create pictures out of them. And we can have fun with this. They can be as simple or complicated as we like. Yeah, I was about to say a really easy one is doing the house.
Oh, I must have read your mind, sorry.
Yeah. Maybe another one we could do is like a snowman, maybe.
Do you want to build a snowman?
See if it'll work. It's not a perfect snowman, but it doesn't have to be because we're just messing around with shapes today. Mine's a bit of a lopsided snowman. He's like, he's leaning. And then if we want to give him a carrot nose, maybe we can draw a triangle for his nose. And then we could add arms with like rectangles. And then we have a snowman. I feel like learning silhouette and form is quite important in artwork because you can tell instantly that this is probably supposed to be a snowman even though it's not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing when we start rendering pieces and doing really detailed pieces is we forget the form of things and how they still need to stand out and be able to be recognizable from a distance. So this is a really good exercise to remember and to have form in your artwork. And it's just a fun one. I like your house.
Thank you.
I like how like detailed you've made the windows and everything. It kind of reminds me of like a boom box in a way, like with speakers.
Kind of looks like he's having it's a little existential crises. He's like, ah!
I also really like how you use the opacity to lower the strength of the colors so that you can add some like shadows in there and make it like a whole new scene.
Not on purpose.
I didn't think about that. I think I like that.
I think
No,
I might
it's
have just
good,
like
it's good.
knocked it down by accident.
We can also copy and paste shapes as well, doing Control C and Control V. And we can move them around. You got me thinking about making a radio now. Give it like an antenna.
I just see faces. I just want to go around and put I guess it'd be black. No, my
I feel like
opacity is so
cars do that, where they add like faces to the cars. Oh my god, like you could add like it would have little eye highlights.
Yeah.
Radio Chan.
Radio Chan. House Chan.
Yeah, it looks like you are adding teeth to it.
Yeah. He's like, nah.
So yeah, this could be a really simple way of like developing like cartoon characters as well.
Oh, goodness me. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody at home produces for their shapes. Remember to use the hashtag SketchQuest so we can all see each other's work. This has been really fun. Thank you for today's quest.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you all next time, everyone. Until then, happy questing. Later, taters. Bye.
Bye.